standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back they yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the hot girls yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Front the back they yelling, bring them out, bring them out. Oh! Bring them out, 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 bring them out. You just heard the sound of the king of the South, T.I. I go by the name of Swiss Beats, the monster. From the top. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out.
There's an imposition in my mind's imagination. The hope and the choke on smokers, I'm smoking them like a basement. This is not rap, this is not hip-hop. Just another attempt to make the voices stop. Rapping to prove nothing, just writing to say something. Cause I wasn't the only one who wasn't rushing to saying nothing. This doesn't mean I lost my dream. It's just right now I got a really crazy mind to clean. Gangsters don't cry, therefore I'm Mr. Misty Eye, therefore I'm Can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save
Opened in 2020 and immediately one of the main attractions here on the Las Vegas Strip. Welcome everyone to Allegiant Stadium. Five weeks come and gone already, and we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. Calvin Austin on the return. He'll have a long field ahead of him, partners. He's wrapped up shy of the 15. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. In motion right is Metcalf. From the gun is Prescott. Finds his back, Jaylen Warren. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Dak now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. Still going inside the 35. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Another carry for him. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
That's Mayer. He's got it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Here's 2nd and 11. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he gets this forward to the 19. They get 27 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. back-to-back carries here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Throwing from the gun. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. He's going deep this time. Oh, intended for Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easy. a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how that one came out.
Yeah, that corner's going to get that pick under his stat column individually, but that was a collective effort. It was all about the pass rush. And those great corners, they know it. They know it takes everybody. The guys up front doing their job, and when the ball falls harmlessly in his hands like that, well, he does his job to finish with the INT.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Back to the well again. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They give it to him again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
3rd and 4 coming up now. He's going to throw this one. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Steelers will take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
You call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. First down, here's Dak. This finds Austin, complete. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. All to the ground by Jordan Hicks.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Warren here from the gun. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. All to the ground by Jordan Hicks. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Prescott here from the gun. Warren's got it, complete. Big gain, 14 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
First and 10, Prescott. Connects with Johnson. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And now they have a first and goal. Working inside the red zone. It's caught. Warren. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11. Now Boswell on to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Catch is made by the rookie out of Tennessee. Now he's past the 25. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Raiders make it a one-score game in the first half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Austin. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again is Dak. He's throwing deep to the left side. Big gain downfield.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Play action, Prescott. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's second down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They've got a man in motion. Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Another throw for Prescott. Throw complete to Warren. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Steelers in possession.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Dak throwing again. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing on first is Prescott. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Second down, here's Prescott again. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked down the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for George Pickens that time. And it sets up 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Dak. He's trying to push the field. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. Got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Putting a receiver in motion. Prescott now on 3rd down. Completed here to Pickens. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers push their lead to 18.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. On the move, headed right. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he got this close to midfield before going out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to throw. Completed to his running back. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Still sticking with the passing game. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Here's a loft deep down the middle. And he sails that one over the end zone. Ooh, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They are throwing it again. Intercepted, but oh, wait. Officials say that he wasn't in bounds. The offense can let out a little sigh of relief. Nearly an interception on that play. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Now looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. He's got it deep downfield. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders chop some of the lead off before the half. Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders make it an 11-point ball game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. On the return, here comes Austin. Returns looking good so far. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our 1st half. So we finished 2 quarters, a couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that 1st half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the 2nd half has in store for us. Now Boswell on to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's a loss of 2.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. Got 46 on his first punch, so this one's pushing a little more distance. Takes it in at the 26. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. And following that return, we've got an injured player down there. He'll receive some assistance as we step aside. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. A run from Warren here to start the 3rd. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. All to the ground by Jordan Hicks. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Prescott here from the gun. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Stephon Gilmore stopping that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Caught, nice gain left side. And he's into the end zone, touchdown Pittsburgh! The Steelers push their lead further to start the half. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown! His 4th receiving score of the game. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers push their lead to 18.
Raiders 17. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 coming up here. Right up the gut. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. Third down coming up. Setting up a throw. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Man in motion here. Dak now from the gun. They connect on the deep shot. At the 20. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. George Pickens the touchdown. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again. Now Boswell on to send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. He's stopped on the return at the 27. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for the back that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He fires one deep down the middle. That's complete inside the 35. They get 40 on the big hitter. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Back now, pressure on its way. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. This is caught. Look fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders make it an 18-point game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Johnson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Working from the pistol, Prescott. Metcalf's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's a Steelers' 1st down. This is the end of the third quarter. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Trying the left side with Johnson. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Dak to the air here. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now Dak to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end. Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. First down, here's Dak. This finds Austin, complete. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Johnson. Is in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers put up even more points in a win. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Now Boswell on to send this away. This return starts at the 5.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Complete out to the right side. Fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. Brock Bowers. And Vegas takes it back for a touchdown. The Raiders picked up the fumble and ran it home. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders make it an 18-point game. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. On the return, here comes Austin. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
At their own 24-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Johnson up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Johnson again. He's out in the clear. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Going tight end run here. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Sure, a whole lot of noise to sort through up the middle, but by the time he figured everything out, he was able to hit them for a decent gain.
It's Johnson on 2nd down. He's got room to roam here. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Only a yard there, so they'll be staring down 2nd and 14.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
And they get this down to the 7-yard line. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Steelers close to extending their unbeaten streak to 6-0. So now here's 3rd and 5. Running back sent in motion. Dak out of the pistol. Dump off caught by his back. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game, and now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. Now Boswell on to send this away. Mostert on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He gets this one to Myers. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Chased out to his right. Now here he goes. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll try and throw it here. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Here's Miller on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Austin's there to haul it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's a Steelers 1st down. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. And with Brock Huard and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Steelers are winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.